Ladies and gentlemen, if you would, will you rise to your feet? Gentlemen, would you remove your caps? Before we have the national anthem, we would like to just have a moment of silence, and then we will celebrate our country in just a moment. Thank you. Now let's celebrate the greatest country in the world with the playing of the national anthem by the Proud Motion Band. You can direct your attention to the south end zone where the flag is located now. Thank you. You can be seated. Give your attention towards midfield, and we'll have tonight's coin toss.
All right, folks, welcome here to Pleasant Grove. We are at senior night here at the Grove. And, Jay, it is an exciting evening for some football.
Yes, it is. We've got the Gilmer Buckeyes coming in, and what we think is going to end up being the winner of this game will become the district champion. And last year, Gilmer fell short 63-28, but went on to become the state champion of Division 4A2.
Yes, and so, this Gilmer team, we talked about it in the pregame show if you were able to catch that. But, last year I think, Jay, everybody was thinking, okay, this is either a Pleasant Grove or Carthage year, and all of a sudden here comes Gilmer. They go on and win the whole thing. And you looked at their roster last year and you went, man, they got a bunch of cats that are going to be back again next year. And so we do expect tonight to be a dogfight. But this Pleasant Grove team really over the last several weeks, especially I would say starting in week 3, little change of offense, and we've seen a lot more out of this Pleasant Grove team, and we will start on offense with this group tonight.
Well, and I think this is going to be the battle that could possibly determine the outcome of this game. The defensive back for Gilmer is definitely going to be the best that Pleasant Grove has faced this year. But Coach Gibson definitely shared in our pregame that Pleasant Grove is going to come out and run it even more than what folks really think. And I suspected going into this game that we were already going to run it a lot. So if it's even more than what I thought, Nick Bells, Brody Watts, and Jamarian Richardson, J. Rich, are going to have a night full of touches in order for Pleasant Grove to be able to match up with this Gilmer defense and try to have some advantages, because I do think that Gilmer defensive backfield is definitely all that.
Absolutely, and here's the thing. This can quite possibly be one of those games that neither team scores 20 points. We've seen some high scores from each of these teams, but tonight, Jay, I think these defenses are so strong that, this may end up being one of those 17-15 games, something weird like that. And, of course, as soon as I say that, it'll be 64-60.
Well, you mentioned the young players that Gilmer had last year, and their 4 leaders of tackles this year are all juniors.
Yeah.
You've got Tyler Hagler coming in with 64 tackles, 40 of those solo, 5 of them for loss. Jet Bates coming in with 59 tackles, 46 of those solo, 7 for loss, and 3 sacks. Devin McDonald coming in with 55 tackles, 38 solo, and 7 tackle for loss. And then Trey Lee coming in at 55 and 37 and 7, likewise with the others, and 3 more sacks. And then you have senior Alex Gillian coming in with 54 tackles, 39, and he has 5 sacks and 10 tackles for loss. So this defense has had a lot of success, and we're going to get to see it right after this kickoff return.
So this kick fielded by Jamarian Richardson at the 4-yard line. He's looking for some room. He'll get up across the 20. Jay Rich is across the 25, down near the 30. And so Pleasant Grove will take over at their own 29-yard line for the first offensive drive of the evening. Of course, the quarterback for tonight, Jared Halter. Tailback will be Nick Bells getting the start. The H-back will be Lance Jackson. The wide receivers over on the right side, Camden Bam Harris. On the left side, Spencer Browning. In the slot, number 1, Roland Ritchie. Those guys across the front from tackle left side to right side, Noah Tenney, Julian Toby, KJ Greer at center, and Jaden Willard and Jaden Mathis sewing up the right side for this Hawk offense. So 1st and 10 from the 29 with 2 to the left side and 1 to the right side for Jared Halter. And very quickly here, we're going to have a flag. It'll be a false start against the Hawks. Maybe like somebody from the Buckeyes showing a little bit of pressure, and the left side of that Hawk line tried to get going just a little bit early. First and 15 now. Halter on a quarterback keeper. Jared Halter lowers his shoulder and runs through the linebacker, picks up 11 yards. It'll be 12 yards. It'll be 2nd down and 3. And that's something we haven't seen a whole lot this year, but good hard run that time by Jared Halter.
No, that was a quarterback keeper all the way. Coach Gibson did allude to practicing some new wrinkles in the running game, and that could be a weapon that Pleasant Grove tries a lot tonight as they key in on Nick Bells and Brody Watts.
Now they hit Ritchie in motion. Roland Ritchie tries to follow all of his blockers, and he'll have enough for the first down. Gets it up across the 40 to the 41. We saw a couple of scores on that play last week where Roland Ritchie getting out there, and at the edge, he is a mismatch when you got a linebacker trying to cover him out there in space.
Yeah, speaking of linebackers, that was Taj Manson coming in for the stop. I believe that is going to be his 2nd tackle already, so making the first 2 stops for Gilmer, but not before Pleasant Grove able to advance it and move the chains.
1st and 10 Hawks now at the 41. Fake the handoff to Bells. Halter on the keeper again. Coming left, Jared Halter. Picking up 5 yards this time. So a couple of big runs there by Halter, and this crowd really getting into the way that the junior signal caller is ending those runs.
Well, and you've got to know that that offensive line is getting all sorts of good feelings showing with Jarrett showing his toughness and willing to take on those linebackers shoulder pad to shoulder pad.
2nd down and 4 now. Same formation. Man in motion now is Jamarian Richardson. They fake to him. Halter looks to throw. There's coverage down the field. He tried to salvage what he could. It's going to be brought down by Jet Bates, defensive lineman, and Halter will lose a couple on that play.
You know, we mentioned a little bit about all the tackle for losses that Gilmer had, and that's going to be Jet Bates' 8th of the season. And he comes in with 59, now 60 tackles, stepping in there at 203 pounds, 6'1", defensive end for Gilmer.
3rd and 8 now for the Hawks as the ball goes inside their 45 back to the 43. 2 receivers out on the right side, 2 on the left side. Browning to the left, and now they move Ritchie in motion, and we're going to have a flag. Bam Harris is saying that's on me. He got moving a little bit early. Ritchie hadn't got himself set back, and Camden Harris began to move, and now he turned 3rd and 8 and 3rd down and 13.
That's two penalties so far real early in this game for Pleasant Grove. You know, looking for a little better discipline to get this game going from this point on for the Pleasant Grove Hawks.
9:17 remaining in this first quarter. 13 seconds on the play clock when they break the huddle. Ritchie in motion. They fake to him. Halter wants to throw, fires. Caught. Harris. Bam Harris. What a great job to get his hands back behind himself. That pass a little off the mark, and Harris just does a great job to get two hands out there and pull it in. Make sure he got enough for the first down, and it's 1st and 10 Hawks in Buckeye territory down to the 45-yard line.
And the way Amari Morton was guarding Cam Harris on that play, I'm actually saying that that's going to be one of the best places for Halter to put that. But a great athletic play there by Cam Harris.
Again, Richie in motion. This time they read it, and that'll be another another tackle for loss, rather, for Devin McDonald.
Yeah, he read something very well on that Pleasant Grove line. He came up from his cornerback position and made a play in the backfield. So I believe that's going to be the third tackle for loss for Gilmer. But McDonald, some way he was able to key in on something and come up and make that play.
Hawks with a couple of guys on the short side of the field here. They fake the handoff to Bells, throw it across. Bam Harris at the 30, 20. He's going to get away from him. 5, touchdown Hawks! Bam Harris.
So Halter going to Harris twice, and Harris able to come up with the touchdown grab and being able to run past Amari Morton as he just is following Bam into the end zone to give Pleasant Grove the lead 6-0 with 7:58 remaining in this first quarter.
Yowell's kick is up. It is good. 7:58. The Hawks lead at 7-0. We'll take a break. You're watching Pleasant Grove Hawk football on Texarkana Game Day.
My name is Ray. This is my wife, Jeannie. And we've been using Lone Star Heating and Air for over 10 years. Matthew installed a training unit for us. He also has a service agreement that he has offered us that we use annually, and we have been very happy. We just highly recommend Lone Star Heating and Air. They're the most honest, reliable, dependable team that you could ask for. So in your future needs, if you have any for HVAC, call Lone Star Heating and Air. You'll be glad that you did.
All right, welcome back here to Pleasant Grove. The Hawks score on a 47-yard Bam Harris touchdown reception from Jared Halter. And the Hawks have the ball teed up with James Solomon on the 40-yard line. You can hear that Hawk crowd fired up. Deep kick by Solomon sends the ball carrier all the way back into the end zone. It'll be a touchback, and so Gilmer will start from their own 25-yard line. That Hawks scoring drive, 71 yards.
Well, Matt, I'm already surprised by how many times we've thrown the ball, considering what Coach told us before the game started. Yeah. So maybe a little gamesmanship already of, Gilmer may be paying attention to some information that's out there. But Pleasant Grove looks good with their first drive.
So now we'll see this Buckeye offense. They'll send 3 receivers to the right side, 1 receiver over to the left side. Quarterback now looks over to the sideline. Wants to throw, has a man in his face, little screen pass underneath, kind of a hallmark of the Buckeyes. Jamarian Richardson is going to wrap up the receiver, Trillian Butler, nearly immediately. Might have gained 1 on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Yeah, and what's so unbelievable is that's Jay Rich's 8th tackle, and that's just because of his coverage ability out there. He does not get the ball thrown very hard or very much towards him.
Brady McCown now waiting on the snap. Hand off to the tailback. He wants some room in the middle. He's a stiff arm first and gets smoked. B.J. Rochelle. Hello, darling.
Well, if you've watched Pleasant Grove, you know B.J. Rochelle's name. That's a young man that now knows what B.J. Rochelle feels like, and that is a Mack truck. So Trill Butler, the Butler did it that time.
2 receivers to the right side, 1 receiver to the left side.
That was a Clue reference, by the way.
I see that. Yeah, no, that's good. That's good. McCowan gets the snap, rolls to his right, fires down the field, incomplete. Had a receiver there, put it in a decent position. He was going to have to lay out for it. That was Brendan Webb, the intended And it's going to be 4th down and 9, and so the Buckeyes will send in the punt team, and that Hawk defense did exactly what we wanted them to do.
Yeah, delayed blitz there by Jace Elroyd, all in McCown's face, causing him to throw off his back foot and just not able to get enough under it. And this is going to bring up a possible turnover after their first series and give Pleasant Grove the ball, see what Solomon can do.
James Solomon standing near his own 45-yard line. Line drive kick. We'll take a Buckeye bounce, but then die pretty quickly. It'll be down at the 36-yard line. And so that's where the Hawks will take over 1st down and 10. So the Pleasant Grove defense forces a 3 and out. And it's 1st and 10 Hawks at their own 36.
Yeah, Pleasant Grove defense making their name known with this first series against Gilmer. And on that punt, Pleasant Grove pointed out they thought one of the Gilmer linemen moved a little bit.
Yeah.
But no call there. But Pleasant Grove still with pretty good field position.
So Jarrett Halter and company back to the field once again. For the last touchdown drive punctuated by a 47-yard touchdown return by Bam Harris. Now a handoff to Harris, and he wants to throw. Firing it down the field, incomplete, and I tell you, Landon West had a hand on it. If that ball had a 1/3 of a yard or more air, that would have been there, but not a bad little ball there by Mr. Harris.
Yeah, it looks like he's done that before, probably a couple times during practice this week.
Yep.
And, Landon was trying to sell that maybe his other hand was being kept from being able to touch the ball, but great effort by Landon West there to try to come down with that ball.
2nd down and 10 now. 2 to the right side, 1 left. Hand the ball off to Nick Bells. I think the first straight run for Bells in this game. They've used him in the fake game a few times. He'll pick up 3 on the play.
Yeah, Pleasant Grove trying to test this inside line of the defense for Gilmer, and coming up with about a 3rd, 7, 3rd and 8. You got to think that maybe Pleasant Grove's going to go back into the air again.
3rd down and a long 7 now. 2 to the left side, 1 to the right side. They fake the throw to the man in motion. Little screen pass underneath, and the Hawks got a man on the move. That's Spencer Browning. Browning is at the 30. Browning finally drugged down near the 20, and Spencer Browning has a 1st down all the way down to the Gilmer 25-yard line. And we talked about it in the pregame show. Spencer Browning doesn't look like he's running that fast, but that young man is covering some ground.
Yeah, he's got some long strides, and he made a great play to get free. Gilmer's cornerback sort of bit early on that, and Spencer Browning able to get loose and move it to the 25-yard line of Gilmer.
And so the Hawks faked that zoom sweep to Roland Ritchie again, and then just threw it over his head to Browning on a little screen. Now Ritchie in motion from right to left. Fake again, a little shovel pass. Landon West gets to the 2nd level across the 20 and gets a big push from the Hawks. I'm not a fan of the Philadelphia Eagles, but some of these Hawks might have been learning something from those boys in green up there, and it's going to be 2nd down and 2 now after Landon West with an 8-yard carry, the last 5 of which might have been aided by some of those big boys up front.
Well, the offensive line had a great week of practice and had really been able to gel this week. And Coach Gibson was saying before the game that he thought that this could be one of their first signature games against Gilmer.
So the Hawks spread it out now in the same formation. Nick Bales is the tailback. They pitch to him. He cuts inside the first man. Does a good little stiff arm as a flag on the play. I think we're going to have a block in the back. We'll see what the call is over from our home sideline.
Yeah, Max Welker, number 18, was there for the stop.
And so we'll see what the call is here.
Defense, number 3.
Ah. Offsides are going to decline that one because there was an 8-yard pickup. That was Trillian Butler. He was trying to get back there and get him another tackle for loss.
Yeah, he's one of the many Gilmer Buckeyes that plays both ways, so you just wonder what that cardio is going to look like in the 4th quarter. Just wondering if that may come into play as well.
Gives the Hawks a 1st down at the 13-yard line. They can get a 1st down at the 3. They send Spencer Browning out to the left side, Bam Harris to the right. Roland Ritchie in the slot over on the right side. The H-back is Lance Jackson. Ritchie in motion now, ball's on the ground, and Halter does the smart thing and jumps on it. He had no idea how to know how close a Buckeye may have been behind him. You don't want to turn a bad play into a disastrous play by trying to do something more heroic than you have to. Falls on it at the 25, and so we'll have second down and 21 now.
Well, the way this offense is moving right now, there's no great plays that need to be made by Jarrett Halter, so just keeping that ball within himself, I think that was a great play by him.
Hawks flip the formation now. Harris in motion. They want to throw. Firing down the field, and it's going to be intercepted. He was trying to connect with Jackson. I think there was just a little bit of miscommunication there, and goes over Lance's head. It'll be intercepted, and so the Buckeyes will get the ball back down in their own territory near the 20-yard line.
Well, the defense is going to be asked to keep Gilmer out of the end zone to keep Pleasant Grove's lead here after that turnover. And I agree, there was definitely some miscommunication there on that turnover.
Buckeyes stack two receivers up on the left side, one on the right side. Somebody got moving a little bit early. Hand off to the tailback in the middle. The Hawk defensive line will trip up Butler after a short gain. B.J. Rochelle, the first man in there for the Hawks.
Yeah, B.J.'s looking at about 71 tackles for the season so far, and just lots of ruckus he gets to play on that defensive line for the Pleasant Grove Hawks.
McCowan now sends a man in motion to the left. They throw it to him. A little swing pass. It's Butler again. He'll be forced out of bounds. The Hawks doing a good job in pursuit. That's Terrell Patton from the linebacker position. Butler picked up about 5 on that one. It'll be third down and a long 3. Certainly don't want to get caught with anybody behind you in this section of the field. The Buckeyes keeping everybody in tight. Expect to see a little misdirection here. Coach Darby imploring his guys what he wants them to do.
Yeah, different look here. Jalen Foster playing linebacker.
McCowan rolls to his right, doesn't have anywhere to go down the field, pumps a few times, being pursued.
And that's Jalen Foster.
And Foster slows him down enough for Buck Anderson to come in and lay the wood on McCowan. This Hawk defense bringing a little pop here in this opening quarter. There's 2:49 remaining in the first quarter. It's fourth down and 3, and we'll see what the Buckeyes decide to do from here at their own 27. They've been known to use a lot of trickery over the years, a lot of onside kicks and those types of things, and now they look like they're going to send in the punt team. Number 0, Braden Pate, senior fullback linebacker, handling the punting duties for the guys in orange. It's a high spiraling kickoff, and it bounces at the 45 right back up into the stomach of Taj Manson. And so the Hawks don't let the Buckeyes get a first down after the interception. So Pleasant Grove once again will have the ball, this time at their own 45-yard line. 2:12 remaining in the first quarter. Hawks up 7-0.
We want to give all of our streaming fans a shout out. Appreciate all those that are watching. And if you can, share where you're watching from. We'd love to know how far of a reach we have tonight. And I know that we've got a few Texas High fans watching tonight since their team is on bye week. They've been fun to watch on Saturdays for me because that's when I've watched their stream.
And off to Nick Bales this time. Bales looking for some room in the middle. Nick Bales gets to the secondary. All the way down to the 35-yard line. They'll move the chains. It'll be 1st and 10 Hawks inside Buckeye territory. Hey, Hawk fans, we want to let you know about M&M Tire. They've come on as a new sponsor here on Texarkana Game Day for the last few weeks. Go into M&M Tire and Auto Center. Get all your tires and automotive work done. Doug Ouellette and his team won't let you down. Let them know that you saw their ad here on Texarkana Game Day. Get an extra 10% off your service. That's M&M Tire on North State Line in Texarkana.
Yeah, it was number 27, Davenport, with the stop for Gilmer.
Halter wants to throw. Firing down the field, incomplete, and there's going to be a flag. Taj Manson did not want Spencer Browning to get behind him, and he said, I'll just hang on to you if I need to.
And that probably wasn't a bad call to be able to do that.
Yeah, you turn a potential touchdown into a 15-yard penalty, but it will move the chains. It'll be 1st and 10 Hawks down at the 20.
I agree with Ryan Boatman. He says that Doug is a great guy. With him
Absolutely.
Someone asked about the Liberty Aloe score. They are leading White Oak 15-0 and can score all night long as they want to.
And they might. 2 to the right side, 1 to the left side now for Halter. And now we got a flag on the play. And once again, I think Harris might have got started just a little bit early. Yep. Roland Ritchie was in motion again, and that's twice now. Bam Harris just got a little bit overzealous out here on the right side of the formation. It'll back them up 5 yards to the 25. 1st down and 15. 1:31 remaining in the first quarter. Hawks threatening again, would like to punch this in. They scored on their opening drive. Hand the ball to Nick Bales. Bales trying to bounce it outside. Nick Bales has some room. Bales at the 10-5. Touchdown, Hawks! Nick Bales.
Yeah, the Gilmer cornerback got caught peeking inside, and Nick Bales bounces it to the outside and bounces it for a TD. The first of hopefully many tonight, and see if he can match last week's TD scores of 3.
So Bells from 25 yards away will extend this Hawks lead. Yow's kick is up. It is good. 1:22 remaining in the first quarter. Hawks 14, Buckeyes 0. We'll take a break. You're watching Pleasant Grove Hawk football on Texarkana Game Day.
Start your day with seamless transactions. Add your State Bank card to your device's digital wallet and enjoy the convenience of tap-and-go payments. Easy, secure, and thankfully at your fingertips. Simplify your day with State Bank's digital wallet. Your family, your bank, State Bank.
All right, welcome back. James Solomon with the ball teed up. 25-yard touchdown run puts the Hawks up 14-0 over the Buckeyes here at Hawk Stadium. Another high end-over-end kick from Solomon, fielded at the 1-yard line by the deep man for the Buckeyes. And the Hawks are going to wrap up Butler inside the 15-yard line at the 14. Good coverage there by that Hawks special teams unit. And so now the Buckeyes back out on the field. A couple of 3-and-outs for Gilmer offense to start this ball game. This time they scrimmage from their own 15. 2 to the right side now, 1 to the left side for McCown and company. He wants to throw. Looking to his right, steps into the pocket and will get dropped in the backfield. Lance Jackson and number 15 combine on the play. That's Jalen Foster.
Yeah, great defensive play there where they just collapse upon McCown. And McCown, nowhere to throw. Every single Gilmer receiver was covered tight.
Buckeyes stack up 3 on top of each other out on the right. Little screen pass out there to the receivers. And the Hawks are waiting for it. Get a big push at the end of it. They'll pick up about 7 on the play up near the 20-yard line. We'll have 3rd down and 4 for Gilmer.
We definitely want to thank those for watching. We've got some from Dallas, DeKalb, Little Rock, Atlanta, Georgia, Atlanta, Texas, and Wiley, Texas. Glad to have y'all watching. Odessa, appreciate all of you that are watching.
Buckeyes send 2 receivers out to the right side, 2 receivers to the left side. The man in the slot on the left is Zayd Taylor. He's a sophomore.
Looks like they're just going to take this into the second quarter down 14-0.
And they are. That's the end of the first quarter. Hawks leading at 14-0. We'll take a break. You're watching Pleasant Grove Hawk football on Texarkana Game Day.
We are excited to announce here at Texarkana Emergency Center and Hospital that we have expanded our capabilities to better serve our community. As a hospital, we have the capability for inpatient services. After your outstanding emergency care, we can smoothly transition you into one of our new inpatient rooms that have telemetry monitors in every room to continue your concierge medicine care. While our patients continue receiving their care in their inpatient suites, we also make sure that your loved ones are taken care of with our outstanding facilities. Our added services include a procedure room and also the capability of MRIs. With our imaging, we are able to offer outpatient, inpatient, and emergency room, MRI, CT, ultrasound, and X-ray. We are honored by your support and look forward to serving all your future medical needs.
All right, welcome back here to Pleasant Grove. During the commercial break, they were celebrating some of the principals down there. We got the Hawk fans celebrating this Hawk team so far. The Buckeyes on offense, though, 3rd down and 4 to go from their own 20. McCown wants to throw. Complete. Out on the right side, number 7, and the first man there is Jay Rich, Jamarian Richardson. He wraps up Brandon Webb immediately. It'll be a loss of 1 on the play, and it'll be 4th down. And once again, the Buckeyes will be in punt formation.
Yeah, it's a good night when the opposing team's punter has the most yards.
Always. And just a good open field tackle there by Jay Rich. That was impressive to see. So once again, Braden Pate, the senior punter, out on the field. The snap is back, kick is off. And this one's going to roll inside the 40, and so Pleasant Grove will have it at the 38-yard line. So the Buckeyes have had 3 possessions and have yet to hit a first down, I think, Jay. I know they ended in 3 punts. The Hawks have had 3 possessions, 2 touchdowns, and an interception. This will be the 4th possession of the first half here.
Well, I want to give a shout-out to Jeremy Harrell and Billy Lavender. They're both watching. We've actually got an open headset for either one of them if they want to come up and do a little play call. They've got the week off, but they've got a great team to be able to call as well from the other side of town, Texas High Tigers.
They just can't get over here and get confused with all this orange and figure out who they're supposed to be rooting for. Spencer Browning on the reception here. Be a short gain, keeps his feet driving. That one was played well by the Buckeye defense, but it'll still be a 5-yard pickup. Spencer gets it across the 40 up to the 43-yard line. Browning, one of those guys, Jay, he hadn't played football the last couple of years. Here he comes out as a junior. You know what he is as a baseball player. Recruited by Arkansas. He's got a lot of D1 offers and has come on out here in the football team this year and has really been a bright spot on this Hawk offense.
Well, I think he's just another wrinkle for Jarrett Halter to have to work with and really lengthens the field. Causes those cornerbacks and safeties to be wise of Spencer Browning's speed and just athletic ability. And then when you add Cam Harris on the other side, that's just a double do-up.
2nd down and 5 now from the 43. This one intended for Harris, just a little bit low. They're trying to get that inside screen set up, and he had some green grass in front of him. That one just was that a pitch in the dirt there by Halter. Sometimes it happens.
Yeah, two short passes there, possibly lulling the cornerbacks to sleep. And we'll see what Coach has drawn up here for a 3rd and 5 for Pleasant Grove.
Landon West in at the H-back position. With this group, Buck Anderson is the tailback. 2 receivers to the left side, 1 on the right side. Now man in motion is Ritchie. They hand to Buck. Ball comes out. Gilmer says they have it, and we'll see. Anderson trying to make his way on the run. They grabbed him by the jersey, and it is going to be Gilmer ball. So this is the second time that a Hawk drive has ended with a turnover. We've had 4 drives, 2 touchdowns, and 2 turnovers. This one will give the Buckeyes their best field position of the evening at the Hawk 39-yard line.
Yeah, Devin McDonald there just happened to be at the right place at the right time and comes up with that turnover.
3 to the left side now, 1 to the right side for McCowan as they look over to the sideline to get the call from their coaches. They want to throw. Little double pass from them. And James Solomon says, no, sir. I don't believe we'll have any of that, and he will take his man out of bounds all the way back at the 48-yard line. Forward progress keeps the clock rolling. Be a loss of 9 on the play.
Well, Jay Rich did a great job staying with number 13, Jeremiah Noble, and that did not give Gilmer anyone to throw to with just one route going out. And Solomon there able to press him out of bounds.
Of course, Caden Tennyson, the receiver out there, was their quarterback last year, and so you know he can throw the ball. And this one is going to be complete, and it's going to be, a touchdown.
No, he's called out on the 18.
Okay, he's out of bounds. It's not a touchdown.
Jay Rich there going for the interception was a fingertip away from at least tipping that ball away, and probably a half of a finger of actually intercepting that ball. And great athletic play there by Gilmer to be able to get that down there. But yeah, Jeremiah Noble, great catch there.
Yeah, that was Brendan Webb for them. 2 to the left side now, 1 to the right side. Hand the ball off to the tailback, Zayd Taylor. He has nowhere to go, might have got a yard or so. Last night in the middle school game, Jay, in the 8th grade game, 2 times Gilmer throws a pass. We have guys that go up and hit it, and it tipped in the air and fell into their guys' hands, and both times they were able to get away and score for a touchdown. Of course, it shows up good in the stat book, but you're like, man, you were just like that play, inches away from a turnover. Instead, it turns into something good for the offense. Now McCowan looks at 3 to the left side, 1 on the right side. Drops back, wants to throw. Rolling to his right. Several Hawks in pursuit, and he's going to throw this one over to one of the flag runners on the sideline. And it'll bring up 3rd down and 9 to go. Big opportunity here for this Hawk defense. Of course, you feel like Buckeyes probably in 4-down territory here down inside the Hawk 20.
Yeah, good coverage there by Jay Rich. A little under number 13, Jeremiah Noble. He was the only receiver that McCown had to go after with him rolling to the right like that.
Like to see some good pressure to Corey Cranford in the middle of that defensive line up there. He's got B.J. Rochelle to his left and Lance Jackson to his right. Buckeyes from the center of the field on the 18. 2 receivers left, 1 receiver right. Now the Buckeyes want to call a timeout. We're going to stay here during this timeout. Jay, we got a lot of games going on around the area, interesting games. We got the New Boston Lions heading over to Hooks tonight. We got Redwater and Queen City going over tonight over on the other side of the county. Also in our district, trying to get my thing to load here. See, I didn't prepare myself.
Liberty Allo maintains their lead 21-7 over the Roughnecks. Sunnyvale is leading the Quinlan Ford Panthers 10-0, and the Van Vandals are leading Pittsburgh 14-0.
Spring Hill over North Lamar 7-0. Here's McCowan with the snap. He wants to throw. Throwing over the middle, incomplete. Hawks. Several guys just back there pestering the fool out of McCowan. He throws that one in the dirt. And we may have a field goal unit coming in for the Buckeyes. Then we do. So Braden Pate.
Yeah, he is 4 for 6 on field goals and 23 of 24 for PATs.
This one a 34-yard attempt. for Braden Pate. If we can strobe the video board. Nope. That kick is up and good. 8:20 remaining in the first half. There's a flag on the play. It's offsides against the defense. They're going to decline that. 8:20 remaining in the first half. Hawks 14, Buckeyes 3. We'll take a break. You're watching Pleasant Grove Hawk football on Texarkana Game Day.
Whether you're looking for a new or pre-owned car, truck, or SUV, or maybe a new or pre-owned boat or RV, care for a car wash, had a fender bender, or you need service on your vehicle, boat, or RV, we have it all when you let us exceed your expectations at Greg Orr Auto, Marine, and RV in Shreveport, Texarkana, and Ashdown. Shop hassle-free and always be treated like family while choosing from our sensational selection. In Shreveport, visit Orr Acura, or BMW, or Cadillac, or Infiniti, and the Greg Orr Pre-Owned Supercenter. In Texarkana, Mercedes-Benz of Texarkana, Classic Buick GMC, Classic Cadillac, Classic Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, Classic Kia, Classic Mazda, Classic Pre-Owned, The Classic Car Wash, Greg Orr Marine and RV, Greg Orr Collision, and Classic Chevrolet in Ashdown. Or visit GregOrAuto.com.
All right, welcome back. Gilmer kicking off to the Hawks once again. And Roland Ritchie comes up for the catch. Got a fair catch at the 25-yard line. And Jay, the Hawk defense gives up a field goal. You got a drive that started on the 39-yard line, plus 39 after a fumble. You got a play that Jay Rich goes for an interception, just missed it. Looked like the guy may have scored. He stepped out of bounds. The defense stiffened from there, drove the other team backwards, and they have to settle for a 34-yard field goal. And you got to feel like that's pretty good turn of events there for the defense with those things against you.
Well, those 3 points are the only points that have been scored in the second quarter against these Pleasant Grove Hawks.
2 receivers left, one to the right now for Jared Halter. They hand the ball off to Nick Bells. Bells squeezes through the line, gets up near the 35-yard line. It'll be enough to move the sticks. First down, Hawks, and Bells did a good job of being shifty. Just got to that second level, and it'll be 1st and 10, Pleasant Grove.
Yeah, if Nick Bells had been wearing Velcro, that shoestring tackle would not have happened by Devin McDonald.
Yeah. Just slid off of there, huh?
Something like that.
7:51 and rolling, remaining here in the first half. 2 receivers to the left side are Roland Ritchie and Spencer Browning. Hand off to Bells again. Bells looking for some room in the middle. This time he'll be bottled up after a short gain. Maybe 1 on the play. 2nd down now.
You can definitely tell by all of the players that don't have the ball in their hand that both teams want this.
Yeah.
I mean, they are playing hard through the whistle.
Yeah. Yep.
And we expect to see that for the remainder of this game.
Yep. A lot of passion, a lot of physicality, as it were. Now you got Bam Harris and Spencer Browning both on the same side, and they're going to move Roland Ritchie this direction as well. Ritchie, little zoom sweep coming this way, cuts it upfield. Roland Ritchie on the move at the 50. Roland Ritchie inside the 45, shoved out of bounds near the 44. First down, Pleasant Grove. Play took a little bit to develop, and then by the time Ritchie squared his shoulders and started running toward that south end zone, he covered about 15 yards in a hurry.
Yeah, Ritchie is now over 300 yards for the season rushing and took his 9.3 average to well above 9.3 with that particular play.
So the Hawks on the Buckeye side of the field at the 44. Halter has Bells to his left. Ritchie in motion again. They fake it this time. Little shovel pass to Landon West. And the Buckeyes read this one well, and Landon will be dropped for a 1-yard loss back to the 45.
Yeah, Kyler Canada definitely stayed home there and made a good stop. Landon West doing everything that he could to try to get out of his grasp, but only able to get just a little bit there. Actually, a loss of almost a yard.
You know, I saw him practicing that play earlier in the week. We saw that zoom sweep quite a bit last week with Roland Ritchie. We saw some of that counter misdirection there with the H-back, but Buckeyes reading that one well. From the right hash at the 45. Caught by Nick Bales out of the backfield. He'll be wrapped up as he gets back inside the sticks. Back to the 44. It'll be 3rd down and long. You feel like the Hawks are in 4-down territory here. A couple of chances to get 9 yards now inside the Gilmer 45.
Yeah, still in the first quarter, Liberty Isle leads 29-7 against the Roughnecks. I think Roughnecks superintendent probably wishes the vote would have gone a different way, and he could have probably changed that decision for the whipping that they're taking right now.
5.5 minutes in the first half of this one. Jamarian Richardson on the zoom sweep. Jay Rich be rocked pretty hard after a short gain. That's just a good defensive stop there by the Buckeyes. Looked like a lot of room there for Jamarian. It'll be 4th down and 6.
Yeah, I think that is number 9, Taj Manson, who came across and popped Pleasant Grove there.
Jay Rich comes over to the sidelines and kind of looks at a couple of his guys with a shrug like, that one didn't feel too good. 4th down, big 4th down opportunity here for the Hawk offense. 2 receivers split to each side. Halter with a man in motion, gets a low snap, wants to throw, fires across the middle, incomplete. Trying to connect to Bam Harris. Again, just a little bit behind him, and so it'll be a turnover on downs, and it will be a Gilmer Buckeye football. 4:37 left. They'll have it at their own 40.
Yeah, I really couldn't tell if number 11 got his paw on that or not, but regardless, it does turn the ball over on downs. See if this Pleasant Grove Hawk defense can hold Gilmer and possibly give the offense one more chance to score before halftime.
Be a good spot in the game for a turnover here by these Hawks. Buckeyes with a man in motion. Quarterback. Keeper, and this is a different guy out here. That's Tennyson. So their quarterback from last year is going to get a series out here, and he picks up 3 yards with his feet. So he's the guy that led him to state last year. McCowan came in. Now we got a Tennyson package.
Well, with limited play, he already has 200 yards passing this year.
This time a little handoff. Off tackle right to Butler.
Buck
about
Anderson,
2 yards shy, sorry.
Yeah, Buck Anderson coming across to make that stop just a couple yards short for a first down.
3rd down and 2, and now Tennyson comes out and McCowan comes back in. Butler still the tailback. 2 on the right side, 2 to the left side. McCowan gives a clap, looks over to the coaches. 9 seconds on the play clock as they flip the formation to make the heavy side left. Pitch to Butler, and he gets nothing around the left side. Lance Jackson, the first man to get a hand on him, and then Buck Anderson comes in to clean it up. Tell me if you've heard this before.
We've seen that a few times this season.
So now 4th down right near midfield. If I'm coaching special teams, which we can all be thankful I'm not, but if I am, I'm going to tell them, hey, make sure you stay home and watch for some shenanigans here as the clock rolls inside of 2:50 in the first half. And you can see James Solomon staying up at safety, and they don't even have a deep man back. The Buckeyes do get a punt off. It'll bounce inside the 20, take a high bounce, and it'll be down near the 13-yard line. But the Hawk defense stiffens again after the turnover on down, forces a punt. And PG will be 83 yards away from the end zone. 2:24 remaining in the first half. You don't want to do anything crazy here, Jay, but it'd be nice to score maybe as time rolls out. Buckeyes do get the ball to start the second half.
And that's what I was going to say. So a score here could definitely be something to give Gilmer to talk about in the locker room. And both teams going to have to look at making maybe some adjustments. Pleasant Grove, the adjustments to the adjustments.
Jared Halter hands to Nick Bells. Nick kind of ran into his own guy and then was wrapped up by big number 54, Tyler Hagler.
Yeah, Tyler, a small young man at 323 pounds at 6'1". He's got offers from Houston Tech, UTEP, and UTSA. So I would think that he's going to have the opportunity to play on Saturdays in, unfortunately, 2 years.
So here's what I can tell you. 6'1", 323, you got to have more than that to get offers. Because
he's got some talent there.
Present company not excluded.
He's got some talent there.
And the Hawks are going to call a timeout here. Coach Gibson didn't like something that he saw there to be the first timeout for the Hawks. We're going to take a timeout with them. You're watching Pleasant Grove Hawk football on Texarkana Game Day.
Texar is a community-first credit union which has served members in and around the Texarkana area since 1951.
Having 3 offices and employing almost 100 people, today Texar serves citizens of Cass, Bowie, Little River, Miller, Red River, and Lamar counties.
Through the years, we've had many different names.
From our humble beginnings as Bowie County Teachers Credit Union to where we are today.
We are honored to offer our members quality service with exceptional products.
We also take pride in staying one step ahead when it comes to introducing the latest and greatest in banking technology.
From personal to commercial banking.
And turning houses into homes.
We believe in banking made easy.
To make life easier for you.
All right, welcome back after the Hawk timeout. 2nd down and 12 to go. Fake the handoff, Jared Halter, the quarterback keeper. And the Buckeyes read this one. Jet Bates is the first man back there, and now the Buckeyes want to take a timeout. They want to talk about it. We do want to remind you that M&M Tire, one of the newer sponsors to Texarkana Game Day, has a special offer for you. Go into M&M Tire. They're on North State Line. Let them know that you saw their ad here on the football game on Texarkana Game Day. Get 10% off your tire and auto service. Doug Ouellette and the entire team over at M&M Tire and Auto can get you fixed up and on your way. And Jay, I got me a little nail in my work truck today. I'm going to need to head over there on Monday and see if I can't get them to get that thing straightened out.
Well, not that you want to spend Saturday, but you could take it in on Saturday as well.
I got a robotics tournament here tomorrow.
Oh, sweet.
I ain't got time for tire shenanigans on a Saturday with robotics going on.
I understand that.
First time we don't have a band contest. But, yep, robotics going on here. All right, so after the Gilmer timeout, it's 3rd down and about 14 to go for the Hawks. A couple of tackles in the backfield have put Pleasant Grove behind the sticks here in the shadow of our own end zone. We don't want to make a mistake here. Ritchie in motion. They fake to him. Throw. Caught. Landon West out of the backfield. Landon West is going to have enough for the first down. The second effort by Landon West on the end of that play is something these coaches are going to be talking about for a couple of games.
Well, and that's one of the reasons why Texarkana Gazette recognized him this week in the paper.
Nick Bells coming left now. Bells has some room around the left side. Nick Bells tight roping the corner. Stepping out of bounds near midfield. First down again. So 2 plays to go from the shadow of the end zone. Now the Hawks near midfield up to the 48-yard line.
Yeah, Trill Butler getting caught peeking inside again, and Nick Bell's able to get that outside for a good game.
And really these last couple of games, Jay, we've seen Nick do a lot of what we saw last year, where that second step, he gets full speed in a hurry. They fake to Ritchie, throw it to Spencer Browning. Browning coming outside, Spencer Browning Picks up a couple on the play. The Hawks call a timeout to stop the clock. Once again, we're going to stay here with it. There's 1:03 remaining in the first half. Do want to remind you at halftime, Gilmer, of course, will go first. You can watch them. They are getting ready to head to state military band contest this weekend, and so we wish their band the best of luck as they head down there. They compete in a different contest than the Hawks do. Liberty Ilo's band will head into area next Saturday. Yeah, and also our Hawk Band, you'll be able to join us, Bubba's 33, the Hawk Band takeover next Wednesday as they get ready to go to area contest next Saturday. So make sure you come join us for that, 5:30 to 6:30 next Wednesday. But halftime is going to be something that you do not want to miss tonight, and that'll be coming up in 1:03. But I'm hoping we'll get us another Hawk score before we get to the bands.
So you're telling me next Wednesday I'm having a Monte Cristo?
Next Wednesday is Monte Cristo time and the Hawk Band, both at the same time. You can't beat that. 2 to the left side, 1 to the right side now for Jared Halter. They fake the handoff to Jay Rich. They throw it to incomplete. Tried to connect with Jamarian Richardson out of the backfield. Play took a little bit to develop, and I tell you, Jay Rich may be glad that one was a little bit high because Jet Bates for the Buckeyes kind of had him in his sights. I don't know if he's kin to Bill Bates that used to play for the Cowboys, but if he is, you don't want him coming downhill at you, that's for sure.
And I don't know if that pass was backwards, but it was pretty darn close, so I was glad
enough to make me nervous.
I was glad to see it go out of bounds since it did not end up in the hands of a Pleasant Grove Hawk. So just under a minute, Pleasant Grove has a 3rd and 8.
3rd and 8 from midfield. 2 to the left side, 1 to the right side. Man by himself is Harris. They hand the ball off to Buck Anderson. Buck driving his feet forward. We haven't seen a lot of Buck Anderson on offense since the beginning of this season. 2 hard runs that time.
Yeah, that was actually Brody Watts.
Oh, that was
a little tough to see the numbers
yeah,
as he was
I thought that was Buck.
Getting small trying to get inside. Pleasant Grove looking for a big play here on 4th down.
4th and 5. Coach Gibson does have another timeout if they want to take it. I think he's going to let this play clock and game clock wind down as low as possible. And he does. He's going to take a timeout with 4 seconds left. A few other scores from around. Jefferson is up 33-12 over Sabine. That'll be a big matchup in that 3A district next week as the Bulldogs and the Leopards will tangle. Liberty Isle leading White Oak 21-7. Spring Hill still leading North Lamar 7-0 in their game. I don't have a score yet on my app from New Boston and Hooks. Maybe you do. Van leading Pittsburgh 28-0. Paris Wildcats leading Salina 38-14. And I don't have a score yet on here from Redwater and Queen City.
You've got to give it up to this Pleasant Grove defense holding Gilmer to just 3 points in this first half, most likely, unless something just crazy happened. And but they are going to have the opportunity to come out in the second half and take some maybe some adjustments to this Pleasant Grove defense. But the defensive line for Pleasant Grove has done a great job tonight, getting in and just providing pressure everywhere.
So the Buckeyes do get the ball to start the second half. Let's see, looks like
Liberty Isle scored again.
Looks like the Hawks are going to go in a Wildcat formation with Lance Jackson. And he's going to just throw it deep. And it's incomplete. And that's the end of the first half. Your score at the half, Hawks 14, Buckeyes 3. We'll take a break and come back for halftime. You're watching Pleasant Grove Hawk football on Texarkana Game Day.
My name is Doug Willett. I own M&M Tire and Auto Center. We've been here for over 40 years. We're just a mom and pop place. We service any type of vehicle that you can think of. We do front end alignments. We got the best front-end alignment machine guys here, and we also do AC work for the new Freon, which is the 1234 FY. We do that too. Plus tires. Now that's the major thing. Cooper Tire employees, we're really special with them. We give you 15% off, plus also you get your Goodyear employee refunds back on your tires, which is great for you. Extra value is what you get when you buy from Doug Millette. Don't worry, my guys will take care of you too.
Craving Tex-Mex that tastes like home? Look no further than Tamales Mexican Kitchen. Family owned and operated since 1992, we bring Texarkana the freshest flavors this side of the border. We use only the highest quality ingredients, with fresh vegetables chopped daily. Our salsa is made from scratch with steam-peeled Roma tomatoes for a taste that explodes with flavor. We don't settle for anything less than USDA All-American meats, like our signature skirt steak fajitas. Every dish is made with love, from our kitchen to your table. Make Tamales your go-to spot for Taco Tuesdays, Enchilada Wednesdays, or any day you're craving a taste of home. Tamales Mexican Kitchen. Real, fresh Tex-Mex, tastes like home.
Diamond Bank walks with its customers through every step of life, side by side. From the first checking account in high school to the first home or business loan, Diamond Bank is committed to helping you with all of your financial needs. Diamond Bank's growth is the result of the growth of our customers, and we want to help you feel that same growth. We are proud to have the ability to give back to our local school districts, community organizations, veterans, customers, and more in a multitude of ways. Come discover the Diamond Bank difference with local people making local decisions for our local community. Stop by our current location in Texarkana at 5714 Richmond Road or visit us online at www.diamond.bank to see our products and services. Member FDIC and Equal Housing Lender.
Tired of the annual hassle of hanging holiday lights? Forget those struggles and invest in the convenience and year-round beauty of Gemstone Lights. Permanent architectural and holiday lighting that you control. With Gemstone Lights, access over 1,000 pre-built patterns for festivities throughout the year. Easily alter them through our user-friendly app. Experience the magic of Gemstone Lights today. Available through Livewire Electrical Services, Texarkana's authorized Gemstone Lights dealer.
Star of the week is Gina Ruiz. The Stars perform a sparkling palm routine to Everybody Talks. All right, stand up and cheer for the Buckeyes as the Stars kick to the fight song. Ladies and gentlemen, Gilmer School District is proud to present one of the most decorated military marching bands in Texas, the pride of Upshur County, the four-time UIL state marching finalist, Gilmer Buckeye Band. And now we feature the GHS Majorettes as they perform a tour routine to the Bon Jovi hit, You Give Love a Bad Name. Sky Band is proud to march in the traditional American military style. Under the field command of drum majors Aubrey Gillen, Carter Garman, with featured twirler Amy Sanchez. The band steps off to a intrepid fanfare by Larry Ward, Amber Cargill by Alex Lithgow, Gentry's Triumphal March by Fred Jewell, Tropic to Tropic by Russell Alexander, the Caisson Song arranged by Larry Ward, and St. Julian by Arthur Hughes. Gilmer OSB Bands are directed by Eric Gray, Brandon Garland, Chris Witt, Sarah Thompson, Haley Cochran. Maker and sponsor is Allison Logan. The Gilmer Band recently performed at the UIL Region Marching Contest. For the 17th year in a row, the band earned a first division rating, which qualifies them to advance to the UIL State Military Marching Championships. The Buckeye Band will march at 1:15 this Tuesday, October 29th, at Baylor University's McLean Stadium in Waco. Congratulations, Buckeye Band, and good luck at state.
Tired of banking fees and complicated accounts? With State Bank's My Free Checking Account, enjoy no minimum balance and 0 monthly fees. Get a free gift just for opening your checking account, because we believe banking should be rewarding. Great for personal accounts and businesses too.
Showstoppers would like to thank their magnificent level sponsors, Graphics Packaging International, Realty Sold by Darwin, Hoover Animal Clinic, State Bank, and Focal Point Production. Your 2024-2025 officers are Junior Lieutenant Sophie Douglas, Junior Lieutenant Taylor Harding Black, Senior Captain Amy Womack. The showstopper of the week is Kaylee Bolton. The Showstoppers have a dazzling cumulative 3.86 GPA, and they are under the direction of Jessica Bolton. Tonight, they perform Lone Star, a kick routine choreographed by Christy Robinson. The Pleasant Grove Independent School District proudly presents, for your continuing halftime entertainment, the award-winning Pleasant Grove High School Band. The Pleasant Grove Band is led on the field by drum majors senior Deanna Dyer and junior Eden Venable. Color guard captain is junior Aubrey Franklin. Tonight, the band will be performing their 2024 competition show, Nostalgic. Musical selections include Pictures at an Exhibition by Modest Mussorgsky, Eleanor Rigby by the Beatles, and 1,000 Years by Christina Perry. Last week, the Pride in Motion band earned the highest rating possible at their region marching contest and have advanced to the area marching contest in Lindale, Texas next Saturday, November 2nd.
So in 2022, we missed going to the state marching contest by 1 point. They took 5 bands, and we were the 6th band out. So we missed it. We were that close. We thought, no way it can get any closer than that. And then we were proven wrong last year in 2023. We tied for 4th, and the tiebreaker, with 3 bands total tied for 4th, the tiebreaker dropped us to 6th place. Just out of range.
I really won. Like I was super into our marching show. I worked hard. It was definitely disheartening. It really was.
So anytime you don't achieve your highest goal for the year, of course that's a heartbreak, and that's tough on all the kids, but I think it makes them stronger.
We know what it's like to be that close to state, and we don't want to ever feel that again.
Well, obviously, we start preparing for a competition in the summer, so it's months of adding stuff back to back.
Next Saturday is our area contest. We're 1 week out. The kids are working really hard.
I want it so much more.
Whenever we go this year, we're going to be a really tough band to
Under the direction of Jay Sutton, assisted by Kevin Sykes, Jody Digby, Anna Sutton, Kevin Sutton, Tia Davenport, Don Colquitt, Austin Head, and Cannon Porterfield. Soprano saxophone soloist in tonight's performance is sophomore Gabriel Avamon. Flute trio is Emily Hobbs, Addison Fry, and Addison Kinney. Trombone quartet is Luke Williams, Owen Prosser, Jackson Teague, and Scarlett Bailey. This week's section of the week is the seniors. Veterans of the week are Emily Hobbs and Caden McCall, and new members of the week are Caden Higgins and Gunnar Hensel. We would like to thank the band, Booster Club, school board, and administration for their continued support of our program, and all of our corporate sponsors, Red River Beef, Garrett Sporting Goods, Red River Credit Union, Renew Medical Spa, Ledwell, Nuke's Eatery, or Hyundai, or Honda, and or Chevrolet, Livingston Trucking, U-Storage, Mike Rogers Construction, Pace & Sons Overhead Doors, Nevermore Tattoo Studio, Dodge Rentals and Sales, Texarkana T-Shirt and Quilt, Bubba Green's Towing, Browning Homes, and Premier Outdoor Equipment. Go Hawks!
Like this.
Stevens, General Manager and Marketing Director for Local Habit Coffee Company. Local Habit exists to spark a revival of local communities and the beauty they inherently possess by bringing people together over exceptional third-wave coffee. We then want them to take the joy and good vibes they get from us out into their local town and go make something good happen.
One of our top priorities is providing exceptional customer service. We want to make sure our customers left better than when they came in. Our customers should walk away thinking about how incredible their coffee was, how nice and genuine their barista was, and how inviting and comforting our space is.
Come by today and enjoy a hot cup of coffee with us.
Texline Card House, where the stakes are high and the cards are hotter than ever. Here at Texline Card House, we deal in excitement, strategy, and unforgettable moments. Whether you're a seasoned pro or a first-timer, our tables cater to every level of skill and ambition. Join the poker revolution where every hand could be your winning hand. Get in on the action. Come see us at pokeratlas.com for all of our updates and experience the game like never before. Texline Card House is the best little poker house in Texas.
Meet Tony Langford Roofing, your trusted name in roofing solutions. Decades of experience and top-notch service. Passionate about your home safety, we treat every roof like our own. From repairs to full installations, we've got your home covered. Upgrade your roof with our variety of styles and materials. For roofs that last long, choose Tony Langford Roofing. We've got you covered.
All right, welcome back, Hawk fans. There we go. As the James Solomon has the ball teed up to start this second half, high end-over-end kick. Fielded by Webb. Down inside the 10. He'll be dropped inside the 20, back near the 17-yard line. And so that's where Gilmer will take over 1st and 10. And I'm interested to see what types of changes we have at the half, Jay. The Hawk defense really stifling during the opening. We were talking about it there in half. What are the odds we see a Caden Tennyson sighting here in the second half again?
We may see him a little bit, but I think McCown is who they're going to give the ball to lean on. But you may see him just for a little change of pace.
McCown with 2 to his left and 1 to his right. He wants to throw here on 1st down. Firing down the field and has a man. It's caught. Complete to Brendan Webb. He just got past the Hawk defender. McCown put that exactly where it needed to be, and so the Buckeyes quickly into Hawk territory down to the 36-yard line, and they are back to the line immediately. Quick snap, handoff to the tailback, trying to come to the right side. Hawks are stringing him out. They do a good job to not let him make the corner. That's Zade Taylor on the tote. He's going to be brought down by Jabrian Baltimore as well as Jace Elrod.
Yeah, Zade had a couple of scores in last week's game, and that was really the first time he's had the opportunity to move the ball downfield, but tackled for a loss there.
The Buckeyes still using tempo with 2 receivers to each side, and this one's incomplete. He was trying to get it out to Devin McDonald, and he and his receivers weren't on the same page there. It'll be 3rd down and 11 now. The clock stops temporarily on the incomplete pass. So one wrinkle we do see from the Buckeyes is some quick tempo, Jay.
Yeah, and we saw a lot of that previous years, but McCown took a big hit there by B.J. Rochelle, and you just got to wonder how that's going to linger with him this series.
McCown waiting on the snap, gets it now, looks to his right, wanting to throw, pulls it down, now fires, and it's a catch, beautiful catch. That time by Jeremiah Noble. Again, McCown with a guy in his face, and Noble does a great job of stretching out to pull that one down, and Buckeyes going for it here on 4th down and 2 from the Hawk 28.
Yeah, Jamarian Richardson, I think, said he got pushed off, and that's why he was able to catch that ball.
3 receivers to the left side now, nobody on the right side for the Bucks. McCown wants to throw, getting a screen pass set up, incomplete. Bounced. They tried to get it out to the defender. The ball goes over on downs, and this Pleasant Grove ball in that Hawk defense stiffens. So a big play to start the drive. The Hawk defense stands, and so Pleasant Grove will now have it at our own 28-yard line.
The Pleasant Grove defense able to get the ball back into Jarrett Halter's hands. See what Jarrett can do with this first drive in the 3rd quarter here. Getting the ball back with 10 minutes and 41 seconds left in this 3rd quarter.
Halter has Nick Bells to his left, 2 receivers right side, 2 receivers left side. Now the man in motion is Roland Ritchie. They fake to him. Halter wants to throw, looks across the middle. Caught, Landon West off of his shoelaces. Landon West gets it up across the 45 to the 47-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 Hawks.
Yeah, Landon West getting in there right next to the umpire and gets a little lost, but makes a very, very good catch.
And
just
now,
inches off the turf.
I think maybe they want to talk about it, but no review in high school ball. So they're going to say, hey, do you have a catch? What do we see here? It was
well, I don't
right
know how
down off the shoelaces.
I don't know how the umpire would have been able to see that.
Yeah,
with the way he was facing.
Yeah, he was just trying to protect himself there.
Royal Field, complete catch.
So it is a completed catch, and it's 1st down Hawks at the 47. 2 receivers left side, 1 receiver right side. Nick Bells on the carry. Lowers his shoulder at the line. Nick Bells keeps his feet driving, and he'll have enough for a 1st down. Nick Bells.
Yeah, number 7 there for Gilmer. One of the Buckeyes making that stop, Brendan Webb, but not before moving the chains.
Now the Hawks with some tempo of their own. They wait for the umpire to get out of the way. Halter gets the snap, hands to Bells. Bells again cuts it into the formation, and well, Nick Bells is doing a good job of trying to get north and south in a hurry on these calls. He's going to come out and get a breather. Hawks are going to send Brody Watts in for him. It'll be 2nd down and 5 to go.
They just swapped him back out,
Well,
so Nick
him
Bells
again.
maybe being fed again. Nick Bells well over 100 yards for this game so far.
2nd and 6 from the 39. Halter has Ritchie in motion. They fake to him, firing down the field, trying to get it to Spencer Browning. He catches it at the 10. It'll be 1st and goal, Hawks. Spencer Browning. They say he's down at the 11, so it'll be 1st and 10 at the 11. Spencer Browning, a couple of big catches in this one.
Yeah, 5'9", Trill Butler just having a hard time covering Spencer Browning tonight.
Again, the Hawks with tempo, quickly to the line. Bells gets the handoff, follows his blockers, lowers his shoulder at the 5. Nick Bells be just shy of the goal line. We'll see where they give him credit with forward progress. He'll be about a yard short of the first down. And still get a first down at the 1. It'll be second down and 2.
You know, we've had some design runs by Jarrett Halter so far tonight. Just wondering if maybe he doesn't get the call here with just 3 yards needed.
The Hawks split them 4 wide. Bell's the single tailback. Ritchie. Jay Davis, you called it. Touchdown Hawks.
And the most excited Hawk on the field right now is Josh Gibson. He is going nuts on the 40-yard line, and you've got to know that he's loving this for his team.
So Jared Halter with a 2-yard touchdown dive. Now we wait on the extra point from Silas Yowell. Snap is back, kick is up, it is good. 8:39 remaining in the third quarter. Hawks 21, Buckeyes 3. We'll take a break. You're watching Pleasant Grove Hawk football on Texarkana Game Day.
Tired of the annual hassle of hanging holiday lights? Or the recurring cost of paying someone else to do it? Forget those struggles and invest in the convenience and year-round beauty of Gemstone Lights. Permanent architectural and holiday lighting that you control. With Gemstone Lights, access over 1,000 pre-built patterns for festivities throughout the year. Easily alter them through our user-friendly app. When not in season, Gemstone Lights serve as stunning permanent architectural lighting, bringing a continual majestic touch to your home. Experience the magic of Gemstone Lights today. Available through Livewire Electrical Services, Texarkana's authorized Gemstone Lights dealer.
Welcome back. James Solomon high end over end kick. Fair catch by Brendan Webb inside the 10, so the Buckeyes will have it. 1st and 10 at their own 25.
You know, there's a lot of football left. We've got 20 minutes at least remaining, and Pleasant Grove defense definitely can't be content with what they've got going on, but they've got to be proud of the effort that they've put in so far.
Oh, absolutely.
Pressure here. McCown goes down. Jalen Foster with the sack with a little help from BJ and Mr. Jackson.
So that Hawk defense continues the pressure.
Louisville forward progress will stop. Part of the ball coming out.
So the ball came out, but there was forward progress there. Still be a loss of 6 on the play, back to the 19. 2 receivers to the left side, 1 on the right side. McCowan wants to throw, steps away from pressure. Being pursued some more, fires out of there. There's nobody close. He was outside the tackle box, got it across the line of scrimmage. And so it'll be 3rd down and 16.
Yeah, Gilmer had 3 receivers on the opposite side of the field, but they were covered up. But McCown was just running for his life back there as that defensive line is just continuing to pressure that Gilmer offensive line. Buck Anderson showing a little pressure in the middle.
3rd and 16. The Hawks send him. McCowan hit as he throws. Incomplete. Good coverage that time by Jabrian Baltimore of the Hawks as he just got his hand up in the middle of the space of Brendan Webb, the intended receiver. And on 4th down, the Buckeyes will send in the punt team.
Yeah, Buckeyes just really not getting any consistency out there. And I was listening to their coach in their show this week, and he talked about Gilmer starting to get some rhythm, and they are not having any of that tonight.
So waiting on the kick from Brandon Pate. Gets a high spiraling kickoff. It's going to take a good Buckeye roll. You talked about it earlier. He has been the most prolific weapon for the Buckeyes so far tonight. He flips the field, and he'll pin Pleasant Grove all the way back at their own 22-yard line. But that Pleasant Grove defense here in the second half comes out, forces a turnover on downs, and now a punt after a series of negative plays. And the Hawk offense once again out on the field. They kept their first drive of the second half with a 2-yard touchdown dive by the senior quarterback, Jarrett Halter.
Yeah, I'm not sure how many Gilmer players have more touches than their punter tonight besides McCown, but the punter definitely getting used.
Halter and company back on the field. They give it to Roland Ritchie. Ritchie pulled down from behind, and there comes the horse collar flag. He was drugged down from behind. The Gilmer coaches saying it is a pull down by the shoulder pads, and we'll see.
There's no foul in play for horse collar.
All right, so he confers with the judge on the other side. He said, hey, he did get his hands outside. Still be a pickup of 6 yards for Ritchie. It'll be second down and 4. 7:19 remaining in the third quarter with the Hawks up 21-3 here at home. We celebrated senior night tonight for the band, cheerleaders, and the showstoppers. Football and Hawk Healers will celebrate senior night here in a couple of weeks versus Van. And so now we come out of this, and Coach Gibson wants to take a timeout. We're going to take a timeout with him. You're watching Pleasant Grove Hawk football on Texarkana Game Day.
My name is Ray. This is my wife, Jeannie. And we've been using Lone Star Heating and Air for over 10 years. Matthew installed a training unit for us. He also has a service agreement that he has offered us that we use annually, and we have been very happy. We just highly recommend Lone Star Heating and Air. They're the most honest, reliable, dependable team that you could ask for. So in your future needs, if you have any for HVAC, call Lone Star Heating and Air. You'll be glad that you did.
All right, folks, welcome back here to Pleasant Grove. The Hawks take a timeout to talk over some things.
You know, Matt, I talked about the Liberty Isle Roughnecks game Thursday, and I said, by 50 points, but I didn't think by halftime. And Liberty Isle leads White Oak 64-14. Tough night for the Roughnecks.
Halter on the quarterback keeper here, Jarrett Halter. Well, I tell you, that is a shoestring tackle there by Butler for the Buckeyes, because Halter had a full head of steam and was making his way down the field. But yeah, the Leopards taking some frustration out, I think, down there in White Oak this evening. Hawks getting a little salty themselves, especially as it comes to defense. Picked up in the second half where they ended in the first half, and now the Hawk offense back out here. This drive started on the 22. And that time we got some folks up front moving just a little bit early. And so we'll back it up from the 33 to the 27.
Yeah, I think Roland Ritchie probably would have had a little daylight to look at on that little jet sweep. But I imagine Coach Gibson goes back to that one or two more times before the night's over.
Yeah, we've seen some success there, both with Ritchie and Jamarian Richardson running that play. Spencer Browning by himself over here on the left. It's time to give the handoff to Nick Bells, and the defensive end Over here on the left side, he did a great job of staying home, and he was able to bottleneck up for enough time to get some help from his friends. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play. It'll be 2nd down and long now.
Yeah, Jeremiah Noble coming up, and 5'10", 175-pound senior just is able to hold Nick Bells up just enough for some friends to come and catch up for a loss there.
Number 13 on 13 violence.
Backside
off to Richie, and Halter never saw the pressure coming from the backside, as you say there, Jay. That was Devin McDonald who came in off the edge. Halter does a good job to hang on to that thing. Now on 3rd down and long, and here I think you may see a screen or something like that, Jay, and just maybe try to get a little bit of breathing room and recollect yourself.
Yeah, I don't think you call anything, that's out of the ordinary here, with the lead at 21-3.
Going to give it to Richie. Richie, a little zoom sweep. Gets it up across the 25-yard line to the 26. And so the Hawks will send in the punt team. Pleasant Grove did not have a punt in the first half. So this will be their first punt of the evening as Landon West standing near his own 15-yard line waiting on this snap. Clock will be inside of 4 minutes remaining in the 3rd quarter. When this one is snapped, a little late addition out there for the Hawks is Henry Smith making his way out there. Make sure we got 11. You can see big KJ Greer in as one of the up blockers. High twirling punt by West. It'll roll out of bounds at the 41-yard line. And so both offenses trade punts. Now Gilmer has it 1st and 10 at their own 21. And the Hawk offense have a couple of just rare miscues that stacked on top of each other. On that one, had a penalty and a couple of negative plays to force the punt. 3:47 here in this 3rd stanza.
And this is probably the first game in a while where you've had the first-team defense still playing this late into the game.
Yeah, maybe good to keep some of that going. Buckeyes trying to go left with Butler. He'll pick up a few yards.
Zion Lewis there making his name known with the tackle.
2nd down and 6 now from the 45. 2 receivers out to the right side, 1 to the left. The H-back tight end over on the right side of this formation as well. Single back lines up to the left of McCowan. Now he sends the H-back out. McCowan dropping back, trying to get a little screen pass set up. And the Hawks read it well. First man in there was Jaden Scales. Right behind him was Lance Jackson.
Buck Anderson went across the line and was the one that made the knockout kick-out tackle into the sidelines for a loss. Gilmer just really not having any type of answer here on the offensive side. And, you mentioned it a little bit earlier. You just wonder if maybe Tennyson is going to get some time under center.
He's them back inside the 45 to the 44. McCowan steps into the pocket. He's going to be able to run for the 1st down. First time we've seen him break into the 2nd level. The Hawks had a couple of chances.
Yeah, Jaden Scales came in on a delayed blitz, and McCown just picked the right hole to be able to pass Jaden Scales there.
So that moves across midfield down to the Hawk 42-yard line. Move the heavy side to the left. Hand off to Butler. Butler picks up about 5 yards going around the left side there. And some good blocks from the up men from Gilmer before a Hawk defender was able to get their hands on the tailback. Looked like Jabri in Baltimore, the man ultimately responsible for the tackle. It'll be a pickup of 6, 2nd down and 4 to go from the 36-yard line. Two receivers on the wide side, and now the Buckeyes.
Ball start, number 3.
Yep. Had a little jump from the tailback. He's trying to figure out what he did wrong, but can't move like you're trying to start the play.
Yeah, just when you start seeing a little bit of momentum going their way, penalty causes them to lose 5 and brings up a 2nd and 9 here.
And, yep. Now they're going to have another penalty, and Jeremiah Noble over here was trying to get lined up at receiver. He had gone about 4 yards down the field and was trying to get back, but he didn't get set before the quarterback snapped that one, and now they'll be behind the chains back across the 45 to the 46.
Yeah, you got to think that Pleasant Grove's going to show some pressure here in this passing situation for Gilmer.
2nd down and 14, where you don't let anything get behind you. 2 to the right side, 1 to the left side. McCowan gets his snap.
Backside.
And he is going to be drugged down from behind. Jalen Foster kept his motor running. McCowan tried to get away, couldn't get there, and he's going to get all the way back across midfield to the 48-yard line. It's 3rd down and over yonder for the Buckeyes.
Yeah, I was wondering how the defense was going to be able to get better than last week, and they are definitely putting on a clinic tonight against these Gilmer Buckeyes. So Gilmer, I think, is going to be happy to go into the 4th quarter, or they're going to have to run at least one play.
Yeah, they'll have at least one. 2 receivers right side, 1 left. McCowan has a man in motion, little crossing route. It's complete to Webb. That Hawk defense was right on him. He got no gain on the play, maybe a yard. It'll be 4th down from there as the 3rd quarter comes to an end. Your score after 3, Hawks 21, Buckeyes 3. We'll come back with 4th and a lot for Gilmer. You're watching Pleasant Grove Hawk football on Texarkana Game Day.
Start your day with seamless transactions. Add your State Bank card to your device's digital wallet and enjoy the convenience of tap-and-go payments. Easy, secure, and thankfully at your fingertips. Simplify your day with State Bank's digital wallet. Your family, your bank, State Bank.
All right, folks, welcome back as we get ready to start the 4th quarter. 4th down and 20 for the Buckeyes from the 49.
You know, with that stop in the end of the quarter, that defense was rallying to the sideline to get with their teammates. It's pretty amazing what we're seeing out there tonight with this defense.
Snap is over the punter's head, Pate. He finally punts it from inside his own 20. And it's not even going to get to the original line of scrimmage. The Hawks are going to have it at their own 45-yard line, and they implore this Hawk crowd to get loud. 11:46 left in the contest. Hawks lead it 21-3 in the offense. Coming back out on the field. And Jay, I think we're going to see a whole lot of running the ball.
Yeah, I don't think that we'll see many in the air. This clock is going to run as much as it possibly can each and every down.
Nick Bells is the tailback. Landon West is the H-back. Roland Ritchie, the man in motion. They fake to him. Jared Halter, quarterback keeper. Stopped at the line of scrimmage, no gain.
Yeah, the first time that we've called out Caden Tennyson's name, I believe, on the defense, but he comes up and makes that stop. And gets it possibly back to the line of scrimmage.
Brody Watts checks into the game now at tailback. He's come in several times this year as kind of a change of pace. Downhill. Kind of hit you in the mouth guy, and we'll see if he gets the call here on 2nd and 10. They try to get it out to him. They pitch it. Nope.
Rule of the field is a forward pass, incomplete.
All right, so they're going to say it's an incomplete shovel pass. I don't know if that's good or bad, but whatever it ends up at. And that ball just out in front of Watts. A little bit too far.
Yeah, led him just a little bit much, but I do like the play design. I think that's something that they'll be able to go back to a little bit later in the season because Brody has gotten most of his yardage running between the tackles, and that's definitely a new little wrinkle that we've seen tonight.
Worst thing about that is that it stops the clock at 10:57. Richie in motion again. They fake to him. They're throwing it down to Harris. Incomplete. Brendan Webb down there in coverage. Ball just a little bit too far for Bam Harris, and so Landon West will come in to punt for the second offensive drive in a row for the Hawks.
Brandon Webb back to receive this punt, see if maybe he can do something to get Gilmer a little momentum going tonight.
West, little low line drive kick. It's going to send Webb back, and the Hawks are going to fall on it all the way at the 1-yard line. Jamarian Richardson chases it down. Beautiful punt by Landon West to get a run at the end of it. Just a great job there by the Hawks special teams to pin the Buckeyes back on their one, and I guarantee you Coach Darby would like to get the defense involved on the scoring here.
You know, Jalen Foster has been able to show a lot of penetration from the outside.
Yep. Buckeyes keep an extra man in the backfield. Try to help with protection. Got two receivers out left, one right. They whistle this one dead.
Offense, number 7.
Be a false start with the H-back there. They'll go half the distance. Now even closer to the goal line.
I saw Buck Anderson take an extra look at his arm to get the play call. He's probably wanting to have his number called.
Buckeyes trying to spread it out there. Hand off to Harris. Butler rather. He got about a yard or so. Tough sledding there in the middle. B.J. Rochelle and DeCorey Cranford clogging up those holes in the center. He's second down and 8 to go. Two receivers left side, one receiver right side from McCowan. Now he moves the protection to his left. And off to Butler again, and the Hawks are going to drop him for a loss. Back now to the original line of scrimmage. Terrell Patton coming up from linebacker. I think Lance Jackson might have got an arm around the waist first. Patton comes in to help clean it up. And it's third down and long.
Gilmer offensive line just not having any answer for the penetration that Pleasant Grove's had tonight.
McCowan from his own end zone, firing across. It's caught Brendan Webb. He will have enough for the first down, just enough for the first down. Roll the clock.
Yeah, had a little soft coverage there, and Gilmer able to get a first down.
Got it to the 11. 2 receivers right side, 1 receiver left side. McCowan hit from behind as he throws, makes the connection though to Caden Tennyson. Jay Selrod a little slow to get up there for the Hawks, but he is able to pop up. Tennyson picked up 5 on the play. Clock is rolling with 8:18 remaining in the contest.
Yeah, you had Jalen Foster and Jalen Foster and then Jaden Scales both coming from the backside on that last play, showing pressure to McCown.
And the ball off to Butler in the middle. Going to be dropped there by Lance Jackson. Be about a yard shy of the line to gain at the 20. Hand it to him again. This time he'll have enough for the first down. Alex Sims, senior running back, getting the call that time. And now the Hawks going to give the Corey Cranford a breather and send Zion Lewis in. First down, Buckeyes at the 28-yard line. This drive started at their own 1. McCowan wants to throw, looking left. Fires, caught by Jeremiah Noble. Jamarian Richardson is able to slow him down. Buck Anderson comes over to help plant the receiver. It'll be 2nd down and 2. McCowan has 2 at his right side, 1 to the left side. Looking to the right. Fires, incomplete. Bounces off the chest of Tennyson.
Yeah, Jaden Scales comes in with his arms up, but McCown's still able to put the ball where he wanted it. But Gilmer just not able to come up with it as it bounces off the shoulder pads.
That stops the clock, rather, with 6:45 remaining in the ball game. And this little Sims, a change of back here. Alex Sims has come in and picked up a couple of first downs in a row here for Gilmer as they get it near midfield up to the 48-yard line. Two receivers right side. The H-back is over there as well. Now the Hawks are going to take a timeout. They want to talk about it. So again, 6.5 minutes left. We're going to stay here with it. Do want to remind you about M&M Tire and Auto Center. Auto and Tire Center over there on North State Line. Doug Ouellette and his team have everything you need from tires and auto service. Let them know that you saw their ad here on Texarkana Game Day. You'll get 10% off. Tomorrow, Jay, if you'll go to Starbucks in the morning, let them know that you heard Matt Fry on Texarkana Game Day. Give them $3.52 and they'll give you a cup of coffee.
Well, that would be rather nice of them. I'm actually going to be headed north to Nashville, Tennessee.
Okay.
To watch the Texas Longhorns
taking on Vanderbilt.
Hoping no trash gets thrown on the field this week.
Yeah, well, they put some screens up.
But I saw that, and I'm looking forward to experiencing Nashville and everything that they have to offer.
All right, so after the timeout, we are back. 1st and 10, Buckeyes at the 48. McCowan, pump fake, has some time. Firing down the field, has a man, incomplete. James Solomon was closing. McCowan just a little bit underthrows Brandon Webb, but Webb was by himself down the field there.
Yeah, I don't know if Solomon slipped, but Webb was wide open.
Buckeyes quickly back to the line with Trillian Butler.
Solomon makes up for that.
Yeah.
Comes up with a shoestring tackle there.
Says, hey, I'm not too tired to come make a stop. They do get across midfield into Hawk territory down to the 49. Two receivers to the left side, one receiver to the right side. Trillian Butler, the ball carrier. They give to him. He breaks free into the second level. Makes a man miss at the 35. Jace Elrod shoves him out of bounds near the 20. The Buckeyes will be set up 1st and 10 deep in Hawk territory now in the red zone down at the 20. And we got Landon West just a little bit slow to get up. They're going to have to go
Injury timeout.
10 to him out there on the field. So he was trying to make his way off there and was just unable to. So next week the Hawks will travel to Pittsburgh, Texas to take on the Pittsburgh Pirates, and then we'll have one more game here at Hawk Stadium. If you haven't been out this season, if you haven't seen all the new changes and everything we have, I implore you to make it out to senior night. Such an incredible atmosphere for football, lots of fun. Lots of activities for the kids. So many folks up there with snacks and goodies and all sorts of Hawk memorabilia that you can get. It's just an electric atmosphere, and it's a certainly just fun for the entire community out here. We do, like I said, travel over to
Play clock operator. Please reset the play clock in 40 seconds.
reset the play clock. Head over to Pittsburgh next week. Pittsburgh is trailing Van 49-0. Of course, we end with Van here the last week. Spring Hill is up 27-20 over North Lamar as they get ready to start the fourth quarter in that one. 1st and 10 Buckeyes at the 20. McCowan going toward the end zone, has a man, incomplete. And I'll be honest with you, it looked like that time maybe Solomon Jackson just slowed down his route a little bit. I don't know if he didn't think the ball was going to get there or not, but McCowan put that ball where only he could get it, and Jackson just kind of looked like he chopped his feet some. And an overhead shot of the drum line there for the Hawks.
Well, McCown spent the end of that play looking down at the dirt, and he got hit by two Hawks, and McCown has just really been running for his life back there all night long.
There's no dirt on my field out there, man. 2nd down and 10 from the 20.
So 21 and 22 making the stop there. Elrod and Anderson.
Well, Alex Sims on the carry again. Picked up 1 yard on the play. He kind of gashed the Hawks the last couple of times, but yeah. This drive for the Buckeyes did start at the 1, but it has taken most of this fourth quarter as we roll inside of 5 minutes now. 2 receivers to the left side, 1 receiver to the right side.
I don't know if McCown doesn't like the call or if the coach doesn't, but
McCown throwing left, tipped, incomplete. James Solomon had a chance at it. I'm not sure how big his eyes were when that football was coming that way, but he wanted it. It'll be 4th down. The Buckeyes keeping the offense out there. Hawk defense would certainly like to get out of this one without allowing a touchdown. They gave up a field goal after an interception early. McCowan, though, is going to keep this one going with his feet. It's just enough for the 1st down. Gets it inside the 10, and it'll be 1st and goal Buckeyes. It'll stop the clock with 4:28 remaining. You hear the Hawk band and the cheerleaders getting the crowd pumped up, crowd standing up. Coach Darby, the defensive coordinator, getting all of his cardio on a Friday night. McCowan rolling right, flushed out of the pocket, throws toward the end zone, incomplete. Good coverage there by Roland Ritchie. Come up and get a hand on that one. 2nd down and 10. That stops the clock with 4:21.
Yeah, Roland Ritchie there with great coverage. I think he had a better chance at catching that ball than the Gilmer Buckeye. Pleasant Grove defense showing that bend, don't break aspect here.
Buckeyes spread them out. 3 to the left side, 1 to the right side. McCowan. Little wide receiver screen complete. And in. That's Brandon Webb. Gets in for the score. And wait on the extra point. Extra point here makes this an 11-point ball game, which does matter. Then that makes it a 2-score affair. A miss here. Well, both 2 scores are fair, but one can be a touchdown and a field goal. One cannot. Waiting on the extra point. And the play clock has expired. Yep. And they're going to have to back this thing up.
Offense.
Buckeyes do that weird thing. They come out there and they line up and they look over the side and they talk about it and they do all this stuff.
Is it the swinging gate or
I
something,
don't know what you want to call it,
similar to that?
But it is certainly a time killer. And a lot of times in high school ball, I see that being the result more than anything else.
Well, he's 4 for 7 for field goals.
Yeah, he's certainly got the range. We saw that earlier. This extra point is up and good. 4:14 remain in the ball game. Hawks lead at 21-10. We're going to take a break. You're watching Pleasant Grove Hawk football on Texarkana Game Day.
We are excited to announce here at Texarkana Emergency Center and Hospital that we have expanded our capabilities to better serve our community. As a hospital, we have the capability for inpatient services. After your outstanding emergency care, we can smoothly transition you into one of our new inpatient rooms that have telemetry monitors in every room to continue your concierge medicine care. While our patients continue receiving their care in their inpatient suites, we also make sure that your loved ones are taken care of with our outstanding facilities. Our added services include a procedure room and also the capability of MRIs. With our imaging, we are able to offer outpatient, inpatient, and emergency room, MRI, CT, ultrasound, and X-ray. We are honored by your support.
Welcome back here to Pleasant Grove. The Buckeyes set for an onside kick. Hawks lead it by 11 with 4:14 left. Gilmer scores on a 10-yard touchdown pass. They want it back. Landon West scoops it up. Gets across midfield. Shows off some of those baseball skills with a slide. And the Hawks will have it 1st down and 10 from the 48-yard line. Jay, I will say, off the air, you said, I hope Landon West gets it.
Well, he's got a good set of hands, and wisely just goes ahead and gets down.
That's twice tonight you've had those sort of premonitions. We'll bottle that up and take it to Vegas.
That's right. Or Shreveport.
Just a shorter trip. You're Shreveport level clairvoyant, is that what you're telling me?
I think they're open tonight.
Oh, they're always open on the weekend, that's for sure. I got just as good a chance to lose from home. 2 to the left, 1 to the right. Jared Halter hands the ball off to Nick Bells.
Yeah, Grayson Bates there makes the stop for Gilmer. Keeps that clock rolling.
The junior Bells.
And looks like our clock operator is not
there we go.
Keeping the clock rolling.
Game clock operator, please reset the game clock to 3:55. 3:55.
right, so we got.
Play clock, 25 seconds. Both clocks will start on my signal. Thank you.
25 seconds.
Please reset your play clock to 25 seconds. Both will start on my signal. Thank you.
All right, so we got the game clock at 3:55, play clock on 25, and we roll them both. 2 receivers left side, 1 receiver right side. I'm not sure any of that's going to matter, Jay.
Maybe Spencer Browning gets one more shot.
Halter has Roland Ritchie in motion. He hands it to Nick Bells, the junior tailback. Gets it down to the 41. It'll be 3rd down and 1 to go. Excuse me, 3rd down and 3 to go, rather. And the clock rolls inside of 3:15. We want to thank all of our sponsors. If you've enjoyed tonight's stream, check out all the sponsors you see in the corner of the screen, all the folks you see on the commercial breaks. They're the reason we're able to bring this to you each and every week. Texarkana Game Day covers our area schools like no other. And I guarantee you they'll be back at it next week with 3 big games they'll have coverage of. Texas High will be back in play. Liberty Island will be hosting Jefferson next week. We'll make our way down to Pittsburgh. And Bells gets the carry, and Buckeyes are going to call a timeout here on 4th down. But again, let these sponsors know that you saw them here on game day. Let them know that you appreciate being able to watch high school football from wherever you are. We know that it allows families to connect all over this country and all over the world. We've got folks that are deployed, protecting our country overseas, that are able to watch their children and grandchildren participate here at home. We know that that means something. That doesn't happen without our sponsors. So thank you so much for what you do to help us each week here on Texarkana Game Day.
Well, you've got the expectation of all 3 of the Texarkana, Texas schools making runs into December.
Absolutely.
And there's definitely plenty of time for those businesses here in the area.
Yeah.
If you want in, you can find a way to contact myself, Matt, or Morgan Smith.
Absolutely.
And we can get you signed up to be able to bring these streams each week. And it's a joy for Matt and I to do it each and every week.
So Landon West in punt formation for the Hawks. Buckeyes called a timeout to stop it with 2:39 left. 12 men on the field. And the Hawks are going to have a 1st down. This punt goes into the end zone, but the Buckeyes sent an extra man on the field. They couldn't get him off before the snap. And obviously, we're going to take this thing. Now they're going to talk about it. They're going to try to say that it goes on the end of the play. It's got to be a before the play thing, surely. Yep, it's 1st down offense. Here we go. So it's a legal participation.
The player ran onto the field and then ran by a golf. That 5-yard penalty results in a 1st down, Pleasant Grove.
1st down, Hawks. And so 12 men on the field. You can't do it. So now they're trying to explain it to the coach over in Gilmer. You're supposed to have 11, you had 12, Jay.
Well, you know, that's not fair, and that's why they call the flag.
And so after the penalty, it'll be 1st and 10 Hawks at the 36-yard line. 2:33 remaining in the ball game. The Hawks with a fresh set of downs after the Buckeyes caught with too many men on the field on 4th down.
Well, I want to bring up to get the Hawk fans to show up Tuesday for senior night for the volleyball girls.
Yes, sir. It's going to be a huge game.
Big game.
2 receivers left side, 1 receiver right side. Hand the ball off to Roland Ritchie. Ritchie making the corner. He has the first down and more. 10. All the way down to the 6. It's first and goal, Hawks. Roland Ritchie. Texarkana Game Day will be streaming the game on Tuesday. Senior night versus North Lamar. It's also for a potential district championship on the line, Jay. Big implications over in the Hawk Gym on Tuesday.
When we had Pleasant Grove Hawk takeover at Bubba's, North Lamar was the team that was talked about.
Yep.
And so couldn't ask for a better game for senior night for Pleasant Grove to get a W.
And they beat us down there
at the Hawk Nest
a couple of weeks ago. And so those girls looking to exact some revenge and end up with a district championship. Jared Halter, quarterback keeper, inside the 5. Took a pretty good shot there. It'll be second down and goal from the 3. 139.
Yeah, that was Grayson Bates who stood there and took that hit from Jarrett Halter. And I have really liked what I've seen from Jarrett Halter tonight. And for 2 games in a row, Nick Bales.
Yes.
And those 2 right there are definitely going to be changing some misconceptions that possibly were out there.
Halter with Ritchie in motion, gives it to him. Roland Ritchie, stop. Yo, no, excuse me, that's Jamarian Richardson. Jay Rich with the stop and the go and the touchdown.
And that is his 4th TD of the season. Pleasant Grove getting into the end zone one more time.
We've seen Roland Ritchie run that several times. That time Jamarian Richardson gets it. You talked about that during the pregame show, Jay. Said you'd like to see it. Coach Gibson said, hey, I can make it happen.
Well, and just the patience that he had to stay behind his line.
Yeah, the stop and the go. Uh-oh. This extra point is blocked. 1:02 remaining. Hawks lead at 27-10. We'll take our final break and let you love on these sponsors. You're watching Pleasant Grove Hawk football on Texarkana Game Day.
Whether you're looking for a new or pre-owned car, truck, or SUV, or maybe a new or pre-owned boat or RV, care for a car wash, had a fender bender, or you need service on your vehicle, boat, or RV, we have it all when you let us exceed your expectations at Greg Orr Auto, Marine, and RV in Shreveport, Texarkana, and Ashdown. Shop hassle-free and always be treated like family while choosing from our sensational selection. In Shreveport, visit Orr Acura, or BMW, or Cadillac, or Infiniti, and the Greg Orr Pre-Owned Supercenter. In Texarkana, Mercedes-Benz of Texarkana, Classic Buick GMC, Classic Cadillac, Classic Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, Classic Kia, Classic Mazda, Classic Pre-Owned, The Classic Car Wash, Greg Orr Marine and RV, Greg Orr Collision, and Classic Chevrolet in Ashdown. Or visit GregOrAuto.com.
All right, folks, welcome back here to Pleasant Grove. Jamarian Richardson stretches the lead to 17 in favor of the Hawks. 1:02 left. This one a high end over end kick, and the Hawks are going to have it. Pleasant Grove with the ball, and a minute on the clock, and Josh Gibson is beside himself. You can hear the crowd is so loud, it's overwhelming our crowd mic a little bit. Look at there, the ball just fell into a little spot there. Jay Rich goes down and gets on it. And it's Hawk football.
And it looks like first team offense will have the opportunity to play one more series.
Let's see if I'll be interested to see if the Buckeyes try to use a timeout here. Or
we may have some niceties.
Looks like we're going to kneel on the ball here. Jared Halter will allow this thing to run out. One more snap inside of 40 seconds. And this thing will be done. 27-10. Jay, the Hawks came out on fire. A 47-yard Bam Harris touchdown opened the scoring. The Hawk defense. Punt, punt, punt. They get the ball at our 39, a field goal, then force a punt again. That's the way the first half went. On offense, the Hawks scored with a Bam Harris touchdown, a Nick Bell's touchdown. Moving into the second half, Hawks get a 2-yard touchdown dive by Jared Halter. A bunch of more punts by the Hawk defense. Gilmer does get a touchdown pass in the final minutes of the ball game. And then Jay Rich finishes the scoring for the Hawks, a 3-yard touchdown drive to make the final 27-10. Here, Pleasant Grove now in sole possession of first place in District 7 4A Division II.
Well, you've got to be proud of the defense coming up big, not allowing a touchdown until late in the game. And Landon West has a great night as far as just a total game from him. Good punting from him, and just a great play offensively and defensively for him. And I've just got to be able to say lots of accolades for Jarrett Halter playing so tough tonight and really taking it to these Gilmer Buckeyes with some new wrinkles on this offensive side. And Coach talked about the offensive line having a great week of practice and really wanting a breakout game. And that offensive line tonight really, really had some growth. And that right there is going to be very dangerous going into the playoffs if you've got all three phases clicking.
Absolutely. And so the Hawks, the lone unbeaten team in district, coming up next week right here on Texarkana Game Day. Lots of action for Pleasant Grove Tuesday night from Hawk Gym. The Lady Hawks in their season finale, district season finale, versus North Lamar here on senior night. That'll be here on Game Day. Wednesday night, Hawk takeover from Bubba's 33 with the Pride in Motion marching band as they get ready to head off to area. Then next Friday, we'll make the trek down I-30 and take on the Pittsburgh Pirates as we continue district play. But your final here, Pleasant Grove 27, Gilmer 10. It was a great senior night for the band, the cheerleaders, and the drill team. We'll be back here in 2 weeks for our final game at Hawk Stadium versus Van and that senior night. For Zach Doty and all the crew at Texarkana Game Day, for Caleb Coleman, Coleman Productions, Jay Davis, I'm Matt Fry. Thank you for joining us. We pray that God blesses all of you. Jay, any parting words?
Go Hawks!
We'll see you on Tuesday. This is Pleasant Grove Hawk Football on Texarkana Game Day.